Mark Pope gets his starting. I don't really know if he's trying to get a starting point guard or not. It seems like he's trying to get one over his freshmen that are coming in. But Jaland Lowe, the former Pittsburgh Panther, commits to the University of Kentucky. Jaland Lowe's always been an interesting player to me. He's the type where I watch him play and I'm like, that guy is one of the better guards in college basketball. But then you look up the stats, and I feel like, he's inefficient at times, inconsistent. But I think there is some talent of a basketball player there. And now you kind of plug him into Mark Pope's system. I think that if he is going to reach maybe what his ceiling is as a basketball player, I think playing in Mark Pope's system might help him get there. G, throw it to you first. What are your thoughts on Jalan Lowe, the player, and then I guess the ad for Kentucky?
Yeah, so you know how you've had like 11 seltzers today?
Have I had 11?
So, I'm just throwing a number out, but like
Yeah.
you have a lot of good seltzers,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And then like even though you already have a lot of good seltzers and there's a lot more seltzers in the fridge, I handed you one of these.
Yeah.
And it's a tall boy. And
Mm-hmm.
you might not be able to see per scale. Can you hand me that small one over there? So like per scale, right? This is a Caden Lewis Jasper Johnson. This is Jaland Lowe. I think Mark Pope's trying to do both. And I think he needs to do both because I don't think you can be the coach of Kentucky basketball and just not be bringing in the best players in the portal. The same way people would be upset if you're not bringing in the best players at the high school level. And this is a really critical ad because it keeps people like us from criticizing Mark Pope for not doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have through 1 week, it's only 1 week in, but through 1 week, we've named the names. They missed on Donovan Dent. They missed on Yaxel Lendeborg. They missed on 4 other names I haven't even named that they were listed as prioritizing that they wanted. The Silas Demery,
Mm-hmm.
right? So they had to get someone. And I think as far as someone goes, Jalan Lowe's a really good someone. I think he could end up being really good. I have a player comp I want to throw out there for him in a few moments, but I'll throw it to you guys first.
I mean, I think it was clear since the beginning of the offseason Mark Pope was going to add a guard. I've been adamant I don't want to see a Caden Lewis's minutes drop because of it. I'm going to trust Mark Pope to make it all work because I love a Caden, but it's clear with the Demery interest, the Dent interest, he was going to get somebody. I think he got a really good guy. There's two versions of Jalon Lowe. This year, there's a lot of Wade Taylor and Jalon Lowe. A lot of Wade Taylor and Jalon Lowe. But there's the kid from the year before that shot 35% from three. If you can go somewhere in between the 26 and the 35%, I think you're getting a really productive point guard to put next to Jasper and kind of calm Jasper down a little bit, which when you have a full freshman backcourt, you kind of need that. And we saw that a little bit with Duke this year.
Yeah, because I think anyone who watches us knows how high we are on a Caden and Jasper as a front court, as a backcourt, that is. But there is a little bit of value of having a guy who is older, can be productive as well, because freshmen they can be special basketball players, but even freshmen have the moments. I mean, all basketball players have the moments where they're having off days, right? But especially freshmen going to that level, going to the SEC, it's a battle on a night to night basis, day to day basis. So having a guy like Jalon Lowe, I think is massive. And also, I didn't think about this going into this, but Donovan Dent and Demery to me are like certified come in. That's my starting guard, right? Like I think those guys are good enough where that's your starting point guard. I think Jalon Lowe's in that category where he's a really good basketball player, but you could also have him be your bench guard. I don't know if he's signing up for that, but if he is, I think I love this ad.
Pope played that really well this first year too, right? Like I trust him to be able to navigate like who's starting, who's not.
I can't wait for the off-season content of all these guards calling each other PG1.
Yeah, that's gonna be great.
It is March, and that means that March Madness is upon us. And if you are looking for a place to play, Underdog Fantasy has you covered. Sign up and deposit using code SLEEPERS, that's code SLEEPERS, to receive up to $1,000 in bonus credit plus a free pick. Head over to Underdog Fantasy today and use promo code SLEEPERS to take advantage of this amazing offer.
So, but to that point, what you just went down the path of is my comp. The conversation around he might be great. He might be one of the best guards in the portal. But then you look at his numbers, he's kind of really inefficient. Does that remind you of anybody from, let's say, 3 to 4 years ago? 1 year transfer, grad transfer. Big name, big time name. Remy Martin.
Oh,
Stud. We all thought Kansas just got the best guard in the portal. Turned out by the end of the year, he was coming off the bench because he is an inefficient guard. but he could still take over when needed, get you 20 when
Won a
needed,
title.
win a national championship.
I like that.
I think it's that type of ad.
I like that a lot. I think it's maybe Remy's a better scorer, but I feel like Jalon is a little bit more point guardy, I guess. But I like the comp on that one.
I think Jalon's a better player and more dynamic and has more to his game. So I would be pretty surprised if Jalon actually ends up coming off the bench. But it's one of those things where I think it's like you get him and figure it out. If it doesn't hit a home run, then okay, he's your sixth man.
Or like,
awesome.
or you just play the other, like like Todd would get like a bunch of minutes for Auburn, where he was basically like the starting guard. Maybe it could be like that, but maybe it's one of those situations too where you hope that a guy like Jaland Lowe, like Pittsburgh has, outside of Tristan Freeman's eyes, like they've been kind of irrelevant the past 2 years. They've been fighting for like playing spots in the tournament and things like that. Some more. I thought they made the tournament pretty easy 3 years ago.
I feel like they've been irrelevant for 31 years of my life.
30 ever. Respect Levance Fields, please, and Sam Young. But yeah, I don't know. I think that
leaving DeJuan Blair out of the two guys you want me to respect is crazy.
DeJuan Blair is the one you would have got me with.
No ACLs. I just think that you want to get to a point where
no nutritionist either.
Yeah, facts.
Big facts. But you just want to get to a point where maybe you have Jaland Lowe accept a role that might be lesser than Pitt, but you are going to get to play winning basketball, and you're going to play in the tournament and things like that, where that was not something that he was able to play these past 2 years.
First game of the NCAA tournament next year. What's his role?
He's the starting point guard.
That's my thing. Is even we can sit here and talk like, "Ooh, 6-man, Remy Martin." I think he's probably the best player on Kentucky next year.
No.
Who is? Ortega?
Yeah, probably. I would say Ortega. I would also go to the other guards before him.
I like Cam a lot. The other transfer they got, Cam Williams.
Really?
I think he's a role guy. He's a role guy, though. I would say one of the freshman guards.
I'd be pretty, and I love Jasper and Cade, but I'd be pretty surprised if they're better than Jaland Lowe next year.
Really? You just thought who Jasper was?
Jaland was, wasn't he first team All ACC?
On the Toy Poodle Conference.
I don't know, man. I think there's a good world this is Kentucky's leading scorer next year.
Was he first team All ACC last year?
I would assume
so. 26% from three ACC. We got to be better.
He shot 26% from three.
26 points.
Okay, we got to address that.
26 points.
Because I love Jasper and Caden. Are those guys shooters?
Better than 26%.
I'm saying Mark Pope's team is about 3 in gratitude. Got a bunch of sub 30% 3-point shooters on the team.
We just got to get a few more Kobe Bryants.
They got Cam Williams. Now that's going to help the shooting. Cam Williams will for sure.
Also, like Trent Noah, respect.
Who?
Trent Noah,
Travis Perry.
Oh, the exciting young whites.
Yeah,
understood.
It does stink. We're going to lose Travis Perry sophomore minutes though.
Yeah. Culture guy though.
Stinks.
Locker room.
Stinks in the stretch.
Shout out Kirk Creasa too. You got to find a new home now. It looks like
he's
in the board.
Yeah. Good for you, Kirk. Where's he going?
No, but probably like
Arkansas.
like a mortgage company of his choice.
Back to West Virginia.
It's crazy. You don't think he works in finance. But yeah, good ad for Kentucky. I think one that I forgot which one of y'all said it, but one that was needed by Mark Pope for sure.
Yes. Click and record it, please.